Hey everybody, it's Flying Ryan here with a review of the JJRC H3. Now this is an air and ground vehicle. As you can see, it has these, well, they look like wheels, but the wheels are actually just little wheels here on the bottom. These are just kind of blade guards and just to look like bigger wheels. This is basically like a toy clone version of this vehicle called the B Go Beyond, where these actually are wheels, the entire thing. So you know the whole thing rotates, and you can actually drive over some pretty decent ground because you got these big wheels. But with this one, with these tiny little wheels here, it's pretty much only a smooth surface driver. I mean, you're not going to drive this over grass or gravel or anything like that. So really, I think this thing would really excel in like a gym where you've got a nice smooth floor, and then indoors, because this thing can't handle much wind at all. I mean, it's pretty heavy and clunky. A lot of stuff on it, and just a lot of weight and wind catching stuff. So very susceptible to being pushed around by the wind. So you need to be calm. Outdoor conditions, doesn't have a ton of power just because of how heavy it is. It does come with a 2-cell LiPo. It's a 380 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo. So you've got a nice powerful battery, but it's just so heavy. It's just still a little bit weak on the power. While we're at it, it comes with a wall charger for the battery, and it takes about an hour and a half to charge. And you only get about 4.5 minute flights or so, again, because it's heavy. It's just a lot of quad. It does have really cool LEDs all over it, though. I mean, you'll see all these little points. These are all LEDs. So the whole wheels have just LEDs everywhere. So it's just making this crazy light show as it flies, which looks pretty neat in the air. It's very visually stunning, and just the look of it is just really cool. So I think it's novelty. It's a very interesting and fun and unique vehicle, but definitely not something you're just going to be zipping around and having a ton of fun with. It's more just for being funny and looking neat, and just being original. Really cool car design look to it. So just a lot more visual over functional, just kind of for fun, not really for flying. This is the transmitter. You've got 3 rates here, which are on a switch, so a little bit awkward there to change rates. The yaw rate does change, but it's a pretty slow yaw. I mean, quite slow, especially on low rates. I mean, the thing barely turns on low rates. You've got these shoulder buttons don't do anything. Those are just dummy plastic, but you do have buttons across the top here. These operate the camera, and it does have a camera there on it with an adjustable lens, so you can change your angle. I believe it's a 2 megapixel camera. I can't remember now off the top of my head. And it comes with a 2 GB micro SD card. But the camera is operated here from the, I believe, well, I don't remember which is which, but video and picture, one or the other, picture and video from those 2 buttons. And then on the right buttons here, we've got, let's see, the left one turns the LEDs on and off, and the right one changes between ground mode and flying mode. So when you're in ground mode, it won't lift off. I think the blades spin at a constant level in ground mode because the wheels are actually kind of connected into the blade motor system somehow. So yeah, when you turn that on, the blades will just spin at a low rate, and then you can just drive around. And it kind of drives like a tank. It makes very tight turns. But really slow driving, definitely not like a race car or anything. But kind of fun to just sort of drive around on the ground. And again, you need to have really smooth surface for that, though. Let's see, you can recalibrate it by holding both sticks down right. So down right corner, hold both sticks, and that'll recalibrate the accelerometer. Oh, and it also comes with 2 spare props, not a full set, kind of weird. You've only got 2, but I think you'd be a little bit hard pressed to break props on this one with the big wheels on it. And then it also comes with a card reader for the micro SD card for the camera. And I think that's about all there's to say about it. So we'll go ahead and take it for a flight and show some onboard camera sample footage. And that should about cover it. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, this is the flight and drive review of the JJRC H3 2-in-1. As you can see, I've got no LEDs on. If I press this right-left button there, that turns on all those crazy LEDs on the wheels. Pretty neat. We'll go ahead and drive around. So I press the right button and the props kind of spin up, and now it's in driving mode. And you use the right stick to go forward and backwards, and the left stick to turn, and it kind of turns like a tank. So you can kind of spin around in a circle, and that's full speed ahead, not very fast. Looks like it wants to kind of turn off to the right a little bit too. So, you know, kind of more of a novelty just to drive it around on the ground. Definitely not, you know, like a RC car or anything. Pretty slow. Looks like it can handle some bumps and stuff though, at least. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take off. And it's a little heavy and kind of gets pushed around in the wind, so not a great wind flyer, but it's pretty calm right now. Very slow yaw. That's yaw, full yaw rate. Full yaw. Come on. Come on. So really slow on the yaw. Looks like a flying Christmas tree with all those LEDs on it. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. Looks pretty neat. So I mean, this one is definitely more of a novelty, you know, just kind of a funny, interesting, unique vehicle. It's not really great at flying or at driving, but it's you know, original and unique. Let's go ahead and start the camera. There's no flips on this one. You know what I'm curious about? Let's go ahead and land it with the camera going. Go into driving mode with the camera. Probably pretty bumpy and jello wobbly when it's driving around on this cracked surface. Man, it really wants to turn to the right. I don't know if you can really trim that out or not. Transition back to flight. Get a little bit of a droney. Alright, stop the camera, go back to just flying it. So it's doing pretty well right now. It's really calm wind. Wow, right when I said that I got some weird signal loss there. I don't know what that was about. You can kind of hear the throttle kick a couple times. But yeah, in this low wind right now, it's really calm out right now and it's doing pretty well. But this thing does not like to fly in the wind. So definitely need a calm day or like an indoor gym or something. Man, I'm getting some sort of signal interference or something. It does look cool. Very unique, cool looking, like sports car canopy on it. Alright, well I think that was a pretty good example of what all it does. We'll bring it in for a landing, see if I can kind of do like a drive-away landing. So it looks like if you press the button ahead of time, you can still kind of fly it, and then once you land and let off the throttle, then it transitions to driving mode. Alright, press that button again to stop the props. Well, there we go. That's the JJ RC H3 2-in-1 little car quad thing. Pretty neat, kind of a jack of all trades, but not really an ace of any, but pretty neat little novelty RC. Alright, we'll check the video description for price and purchase link. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.